Ooh, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So earlier I did 3 short videos on the effect of immigration on our people. StreamYard was tripping. I was frustrated and I had to end the live. So those are short videos. I hope I didn't go back and look at them yet to see how they went. But this is a very important topic for our people of how illegal immigration hurts us. So on this segment, this is part 4. It looks like StreamYard is working now because I sent them some nasty emails. Then it looks like I had an argument on that last video. Seems like he was immigrant. All right, StreamYard, come on now. And I said what I said. So on this segment, I'm just playing videos. I'm not going to be, because this is the part I left off on, and I just want to finish. Oh shit, where I left off of, okay? And that's what we're going to do. This is the video portion. Just substantiate what I talked about in them 2 articles. Okay, here we go. Mm. This is Donna Jackson, the impact of U.S. immigration policies on Black Americans. The first time, the straw that broke the camel's back is illegal immigration in Black. Come on, StreamYard. In Chicago, of Black pastors who called and said, "Can you help us?" Reality, there's understand how powerful perception. Here's perception of African American males. They think that illegal mass immigration, illegal immigrant in their community is so that they can swap out Black people for brown. Facts. They believe that they're put there deliberately to tell by African American males. They believe that they're there to displace them so that they don't have economic power so they can be pushed back. Facts. Second, they believe that they're there so they take control of their community. I hear from leaders in Black urban communities that bid you, don't leave right, are saying to me that they're meeting with people when they're seeing these immigrants in their community actually recruit members to gang members. Why? Because they're going to take control of the community. They believe that there's a plot to make sure that there is no Blackship of businesses, of housing, because they have deliberately planted all of the illegal immigrants purposely in minority communities to sow discourse. The last thing that I would hate to say, but it's true, is that they believe the left is setting up a scenario where there should be a racial war. The majority of the illegal immigrants that you've seen in the last year are actually male military individuals. A lot of those individuals also have been incarcerated, gang members, all of these situations. That we have a community that is the Biden, I call him Lock 'em Up Joe, right? Now he didn't just take fathers out of the house, he took fathers out of the community.
Facts.
There's already a shortage of Black males in the community. Now you're putting that in there. What do you think is going to happen?
Right.
Now, perception is a powerful thing. For the first time, you have Black males who historically left because economically they're being pushed down the ladder.
Facts.
Other people are coming, illegal immigrants that are being pushed forward and understood. About this, the average income, median income for African Americans.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
$35,700 a year. That's somebody that's doing well. That's the median income. That translates to about a little bit over $31,000 a month pre-tax. $3,100 a month pre-tax. If you add in the 15%, because they still have to pay tax, that's about $2,600 a month. From that away rent, which the average is $1,500 a month in Chicago, $1,800.
Sorry about that.
If you're lucky, you can share with somebody, maybe not. So you're deducting that. Now you got to take out your transportation costs. You have to take out your food costs. Legal immigrants can come to this country. They get $2,200 a month for SSI.
Facts.
They get free rent. So let's add that. $2,200 average, $1,500 there to $3,700 a month. Then you add in, and if you the
I'm sick of StreamYard.
Pay for food, clothing, and what else. So now you have people on this end who might have about $4 a month to spend. If they're probably going to be in home because they got other necessities that come up. These people over here are actually living the upper middle class life.
Facts.
Coming, why? They're being rewarded for
walking
the border illegally.
They being rewarded for crossing illegally and walking through 5,000 countries to get here and coming through a damn jungle. And they living better than the people who've been struggling, been born here. That's the issue.
And that doesn't even include the fact that they get free college. They get free health care. So African perception is actually meeting reality.
Hey.
You see that there are people who have been fighting for freedom. When you hear people say racism, when you hear Black people say racism, what they're talking about is financial freedom, financial stability. I don't feel as financially stable as this person over here that's doing well, or this person over here that can afford all their bills. This person that can take care of their families. And in this sense, Black people are being pushed back. Legal immigrants are being individuals that
it is therapy.
Haven't even achieved finance decades are now looking at people who have an insurmountable amount of financial freedom. I want to give you another story. I was in Memphis, Tennessee the last 3 weeks. Federal Express was laying off natural born
Fact.
hired illegal immigrants.
Yes, they did.
were
Yes, they
laying them
did.
off. Not only them, but it was another large company that you would know, laying off legal citizens to replace them with illegal immigrants. In the city of Chicago, the school board is
Right there, B.
considered a sanctuary city, which means that illegal immigrants get preferential treatment in hiring over natural legal citizens.
Fact.
On the school board.
Now, how does that happen?
Citizens.
Speak the damn language.
I can tell you something. We're holding on to the of the bus. We're not even riding it after you put the amount of benefits that illegal immigrants have. It was a slap in the face. The city should have opened up schools to house illegal immigrants.
So I seen strength therapy. I want this to play.
Is done to America. They have taken the word. They have taken control of the usage of words. Excuse me. They're illegal aliens. They're not immigrants. This is very clear. We should not call them. I'm sorry. Nothing you take it out. With some water.
But the perception is reality. They're seeing that reality every day. They're walking over and walking past Black men, young men who have no opportunities, who are sitting in the street in boxes, while illegal immigrants are getting free housing, renting. In New York City, 105 of the hotels. New York City is the most expensive city in America to rent a hotel room. 135 hotels of the 700 hotels, that's a significant number, are now housing illegal immigrants. They're African American have the opportunity not only to go to New York City, but stay in a luxury hotel. Yet, illegal coming over to the border are actually getting a free ride. They have an American dream that African Americans will never realize in their lifetime. And how are we okay with this? It's the reason why you see the shift. You're seeing a shift from the left to the right because that is the last straw. Fighting my entire life.
Facts.
Financial stability for my family. And then here this person gets rewarded for breaking the law. Not only does he hits the lottery because I still have student loans.
I do too.
College for free.
How dare them get college for
If
free?
you know the history, you know it's been going on since the 1800s. Black Americans being replaced, newly freed slaves being replaced by mass immigration. Now it's illegal aliens. And Simone D. Sanders on MSNBC said we can't even say the word illegal aliens. She was saying that to Byron Donalds. That's not true. It's in our. You're anti-American if you don't go by the laws on the United States Code. It's anti-American. You're anti-Black American if you're pro-illegal aliens. This is the position. If you look at the history, if you know the data, you know illegal aliens, mass immigration since the 80s impacted Black Americans. Its documentary is anti-Black America.
Facts.
The Democratic Party is anti-Black America.
Come on.
The Democratic Party has destroyed the Black American
Come on.
family We only have 75, there's only 25% two-parent households, there's 75% single-headed households, white liberal women, push-free sex feminism / sexual liberation. This destroyed the American family, destroying the American family, destroying Black American families. All these policies, all the policies of the Democratic Party stink. They have destroyed America. They have destroyed the family. John Adams says that for a country to be free and prosperous, the citizens must be moral and be of good moral character. The family is the most important institution in society. You have Black men who cannot marry Black women. Why? Because they don't have income. They don't have wealth. Why? Because mass immigration, illegal aliens. It's clear. It's very clear.
And the policy go against God, the Democratic policy. I just had to replay that. I played that earlier. They broke that down. And people wonder why I'm so adamant about how I believe. I dropped the link therapy. But I'm just playing videos that I wanted to play earlier because I wanted to finish this topic. Okay, now, this video is the African man lecturing Black Americans. This is how it hurts us. Now watch this.
Good day, everybody.
This is Samba Journeys. Samba Journeys.
Right now, it's cool. There's some.
The spice levels starts going up.
Okay, let me start it here. Huh.
This is about Black. Picture a scenario. No,
I'm trying to get it from the beginning.
And I think it's time we start flaws of our flaw.
His video in
okay,
its entirety,
this is what he
so
says.
You can hear it for yourself,
this Black
okay?
African.
I don't want you to hear my interpretation of what he said. Let's go straight to the horse's mouth. I want you to hear, and then after that, what's immediately going to follow. Well, I'll probably dip in for a second, and then you'll hear me. You'll see my response that I gave to him. Okay.
So this is a question I have asked on my live multiple times, and I thought it's time I bring it to video to reach a wider audience, because this is a question I have for a lot of Black men and African men, and I think it's time we start to answer these questions. And before all you red pill bros come at me, don't. I'm just not the type of person to dwell on the perceived flaws of our women without focusing on ours. I pay attention to both sides. And if you know me, I'm not a panderer. I'm definitely not someone to pander to or try to defend people who are abort Black boys, calling me.
I dropped the link.
If you know me, know who I am, the kind of family I come from, the kind of culture I come from. A tremendous self-respect. I'm not one to defend people who have known for hating me. This is not about Black women. This is about Black men. But I need you to answer this question. Are you ready? Now here we go. I want you to picture a scenario, right? Picture a scenario where a bunch of women are all hanging out. There's a white woman, regular white woman. There's a Jewish woman.
I dropped the link.
There's an Arab woman. There's a Chinese woman. There's an Indian woman. There's a Mexican woman, a Filipina, a Black American, and an African woman. So that makes 9 women hanging around, chilling, just drinking, enjoying the day. And then out of nowhere, conversation starts getting a little spicy. The spice levels starts going up, and then out of nowhere, the white woman just gets up and is like, you know what? You're not going to do this with me. I'm white. Our men control governments. You're not going to play with me. Everyone's like, what? The Chinese woman gets up and is like, first of all, I'm a Chinese woman. Our men run construction. Our men run manufacturing. If you want to build anything in this world, you need a Chinese man. So watch what you say to me. Everyone's like, okay. And then the Indian girl gets up and is like, first of all, I'm Indian. Our men run tech. If you want tech, and if you want anything to work on your phone, you want your laptop, anything to run, you need Indian men. Don't mess with me. Everyone's like, okay. The Mexican woman gets up. She's like, Los Tigres del Norte. Don't fuck with me. If you need a roof over your head, our men run construction. Don't play with me. Mexican men run construction. You play with me, I'm a holla at Jose, and it's over for you. Everyone's like, okay, okay. The Jewish woman's like, I know you all don't keep your money under your bed, so as long as you got in the bank, watch what you say. Everyone's like, ooh, okay. The Arab woman's like, well, I'm sure you all need gas. Arab men, we control oil. That's us.
I'm about to let you up after this video.
Girl.
Therapy.
The Filipina is like, okay, I see what you're doing. Well, me and my girls, we have totally taken over the nursing industry. And have you noticed something? Our men are slowly taking over. In 10 years, none of you bitches can get a vaccine without a Filipino man, and we will all be housewives. So, checkmate. Everyone's like, oh, okay. So, black men, in this scenario, what have we given black women and African women to brag about or clap back about? What have we given our women to brag about? What aspect of this world, what industry, what important part of infrastructure in this world do black men control? African men, the entire continent of Africa that belongs to us, what part of it do we control?
None of it.
That's my question. What do we control? And also, before you guys come at me, I know you red pill niggas again. Y'all gonna come at me on some, oh, we out earn Latino man, blah, blah, blah. Fine. Do you remember Ron DeSantis a couple years ago, was it 2 years ago, talking all of that shit about Latino men? Did you see what happened? I could just picture the scenario. Hector gets his phone, picks up the phone, calls Jose, is like, yo, Jose, hey, fool, you want to go somewhere? You want to go on a vacation or something? It's like, for vacation? You crazy fool? I got work.
I'm adding you now.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey,
Mexican
salute and thank you for having me on your show once again. I always have to congratulate and salute me being on somebody's show as a guest. You know, that's just me wiping my feet before I come in somebody's house.
Right.
You know, these Africans always slide that in there and they talk down when they get here. I'm like, because when they finish talking, they spill. They like African, then they throw women in there. I'm like, nah, you're not going to do that. You know what I mean?
Right, but this is how immigration affects us. It's their thought process. It affects us in more than one way. It's how they really feel about us. And then you want us to patronize your hair braiding shops and do all these things.
Man,
you know?
And you know what? They've always undermined us. What have they given to anybody?
Right.
You can't name nothing. All they giving us is diseases, malaria, poverty, and they come and leech off everything. I'm like, no, like, stop it. I'm not you. You not me. You know what I mean? Like, quit playing with me, man. Take your ass back over there. The same energy you got over here, why don't you have that there?
I agree.
Is my point. Like, these people, man, they leeches. They own country don't want them. No country wants them. I'm like, and then they come over here.
And then y'all let the Chinese to be recolonized Africa. Africa's being recolonized by the Chinese as we speak.
But they want to talk down on FBA.
Exactly.
Like, what did y'all do? I'm like, y'all motherfuckers running from goddamn Africa. Ain't that supposed to be the Mecca of black people? Y'all running. Chinese and white people that took over. The UK kicking y'all out. They whooping y'all ass at their border. Like, what is wrong with them? They scammers. They lie to motherfuckers. They always trying to get over, and then they always talking down. But they never in Africa having that same kind of energy. That's irritating to me. What do you think? Like, am I missing something?
No, you absolutely hit the nail, the head on the nail, the hammer on the nail, however you say that, because I'm tired. But yeah, that's absolutely fact. But that's why this topic. But I'm about to get to this next video. Hold on, because I got quite a few.
Okay, well, hey, I'm chilling.
Shirley, also known as Shirley Hussar,
Okay.
with Urban Game Changers. Now, she brought us out here to taste the song. I want to thank the sister for that. She didn't have to be nice to her brother, but she has been, you know, and the sister Shirley.
This is Philip Scott. I love him. Let me get to the point. Hold on.
Talking to our people, we came up with different ideologies and viewpoints. If we don't hold elected officials accountable, if we don't realize that we're down to 6% blacks in California, that there's other entities working in the best interest of other people, such as Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo gave $125 billion under the Obama administration through Wells Fargo in 2015. Y'all look this up. And gave them $125 billion to expand the Latin community, saying that they would have helped them working with Hispanic people, get them jobs, to house them and help build their economic wealth. Look, black people are hurting in this country. In California, we're at 6%. Black people can't get jobs. They won't even hire us in the management position because we have a large Hispanic illegal immigration issue in this country. Unless we have a voice at the table and we take this administration, the Trump administration, and we work with them and carve in a niche for us and stop talking about this inclusiveness. Inclusiveness does not make black Americans better. Inclusiveness does not move us forward.
I've been saying, look, salute to her. You want me to hook up?
It does not work for
salute
us.
to her, because I've been
Everything that
saying
we
this.
fought for other races benefit. The civil
And then
rights
they come
movement.
over here and undermine us.
And you
then
wouldn't have shit
underpay
if it
us.
wasn't for what we already fought for.
And then they let them do it and they fund them doing that's some treasonous shit. They're gonna go to jail for that. That's treasonous shit because that's civil war on American soil when you think about it.
It
Because
is.
why
And
is
guess
ICE
what?
out there? When you start using federal force and military to get rid of a problem, that means they committed treason. Like people not understanding that part of it. And that's an attack on a certain race, which is us, foundational Black American. They just did it in a whole nother way.
Yep, I agree. Okay, I'm gonna let her finish
And
speaking.
it's so illegal till it's right there. It's so illegal till it's right there.
It is.
All them people, Obama, Clinton, and Biden, Kamala, all them people had the same agenda to open that border
Yeah.
and misplace us.
Well, we
You know what I
signed
mean?
on to the Global Compact of Migration from the United States. The UN ran our borders. But I wanted to let her finish. Let her finish.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
We need to talk about privatized prisons. We need to talk about black men who can't go home to his mother because he's on government-imposed systems. There's all these entities that are divisive that break us as a people. We've allowed chain migrations to come here. Look,
Hold on, rewind that real quick. What she say? She said black men that can't go back to the. I said that about family and child support court.
Okay,
When
hold
them
on. Here we
motherfuckers-
go. Here we go.
When they look, check me out real quick before you play it. I've always said when them black women accepted government assistance and the real father couldn't be in the house, that started separating black families.
That
But they're
did. Well, welfare
talking about-
started separating black families in the 60s. That's a fact. Okay, let's
And
get
then
back.
now it wasn't just this is the crazy thing about it. She can get ran through the whole neighborhood, but the father could not be in there. That was the kicker.
Right, that's
With
what I was
welfare.
saying. That's what started the separation in the black family.
But
Okay.
then they talking about these illegal people, knowing they hear illegal and they separate their family. Man, if you don't, man, you know what I mean?
Exactly. I did rewind it back. Here we go.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to say that real quick. My bad.
Community. The Chinese people came in and they saw what black people were making. We would make T-shirts and necklaces and jewelry, and then they would copy us and go back to China and they would do what they call mass production.
Facts.
Do import export.
Yep.
Now the older black people.
She's spitting.
Import export. Now fast forward They're dominating in our communities. They own our gas stations. We used to have gas stations. We used to have markets. We used to own banks. This is what has happened in California.
Facts.
We've allowed immigration and
He's spitting facts.
to dominate.
He's spitting
And now
facts,
we're
man.
consumers. We're not developers. We don't build anything. We consume foreign people's entity products.
Facts.
And this has to end. If we're going to talk about
Who is that?
when we are in black plight and pain, where are they?
I
When we
like
are-
her.
They weren't out there. I was out here in Lamont Park when Trayvon Martin was killed, and we were out here, and me and Jasmine and all of us were out here, and where was the Democrat leadership wasn't even out here. And I'm a freaking Republican. So I'm just tired. It's not about the parties, about the policies that we don't even say that we want. We have
Facts.
to come together. It doesn't matter about our brands. It's about the ideology and saying we want a voice at the table, Mr. Trump.
Facts.
We want a voice to say this is what we want versus ideologies that are insensitive to local communities and what people think we should have. And we don't need pundits and commentators to say that they represent us. What they need to realize is that we represent ourselves.
Come on.
We have a voice and we can sit down. We are starting
I like her.
team, the DOS.
I like her.
The descendants of slaves, the new black
Whoever
cats.
she is,
We
I
are
like
talking
her.
things that we should be doing in our own community, just like the Latinos are doing, just like the Native Americans are doing. Do you know that the Native American tribes did an oil treaty deal with Trump in 2017? He sat down and said that he would work an oil treaty deal with the Native Americans, which he did. And he's excavating land with their land and pulling oil off the land and doing a treaty with them and giving them part of the revenue. So that takes them to another level. Look what he did for the Jewish community.
Mhm.
They helped them saying, hey, they made Jerusalem their main hub of their representation for America. Why aren't we having something carved out for us? And I've already told you what the Hispanics are doing. So again, African American black people, if you're truly a black person and care about us, you need to understand that it's not about this inclusiveness. It's not about diversification, because if everyone wanted to be included, they would have included us on their platforms. But they're not, and they're not going to. What they're going to continue to do is to act like they're in charge, and you're nothing but a commoditized entity. You're not even a human. That's why black men are being tracked on. Black men right now are being emasculated. There's too many black men who have no black men as an example because they want to keep us more feminine.
Didn't I tell you about that part?
Used to make bras in the prison system.
I told
and
you.
They decided they were going to do that anymore because they got busted. Did you know that JCPenney's had black men making products in the prison system? See, that we revert back to slavery when we go to jail according to the Constitution. See, all these constitutional laws and all these amendments that could be taking place don't happen. Why? Because we don't stand up for justice and we don't know law. Urban Gaines holds elected officials accountable as well as ourselves.
Haven't I always been saying that since you met me?
We're going to be talking more town hall meetings.
I like her.
We are disagree, but Phil is the advocate for the black community. As an African American woman, I can tell you I've already had my DNA when other people are scared. My DNA consists of over 91% African, but yet I can trace my ancestries back to 1854. I am not an immigrant or an illegal immigrant. I am a commoditized entity of how my people came here.
Come on.
1919, 400 years of African Americans in the state of California.
Come on.
The United States of America. They came
I like her. Who is that?
Landed in Virginia, 20 blacks, Africans, as commodity. They brought him here as slaves, as people who work for free, as humans to do whatever they want. They bred us, they raped us, they tried to tear us apart, and now they're trying to genocide us. And California,
she's spitting so much truth. It's like, that's what I'm talking about.
Failing, the black people are sleeping at the wheel. They're walking in hazes, and they're not aware that we are under attack, and they're trying to use this day and the black people as their platform of the future gentrification of the black generation. So if you're in the South, pray for California, because the minds are lost. They vote the same legislators in office that are doing nothing for black people.
You know what they did in California?
Let this play.
We have black police officers. We have little police officers that stand below our men, and our men have lost their self-esteem. They're pushing us out. You can see the helicopters are hovering. They want us out. They don't want us to have our voices on the table. And what they're doing is they're paying off the prisoners, and they're paying off MS-13 in Sacramento.
Yep.
and had the city council pay the
That's what Cali is doing.
$1.5 or $1.3 million to keep peace in the community. Do you know in San Francisco as well as downtown LA, people are shooting heroin in their arms and are making it legally by having hubs for them to do things. We have the most disgusting, evil, crazy things happening in this state. We have hepatitis A. We have people bleeding the streets of Los Angeles. What do we tell our children when we see that? And many of you call themselves liberal, progressive. These white women are flashing their tits and showing themselves inappropriately, and our pure children have to be exposed to that. We are not that culture of people. We have values and we have morals.
I like her.
You guys aren't engaged, and you get mad.
I like her, whoever she is. I like her.
Put yourself on the front line. Put your face out there. Put your name and your children on the line. And stand up for truth and justice and join Urban Game Changers. Let's make a difference and make this administration, which is the Trump administration, instead start talking about impeaching. Everybody else getting a check. Everybody else getting something out of it. And I'm supposed to be yelling impeachment. In the meantime, black people are killed on a daily basis in Chicago. And all this legalized guns are open on the street. And nobody's saying nothing. If y'all gotta wake up and say something, you get something from this country. But you get nothing because you don't fight for nothing. So, Phil, I'm grateful for being on your show. I thank you. Your advice, your ideology.
Right. We don't
like
fight
her. Who
shit.
is that?
Her name is Shirley Cooks, Game Changer. She has an organization in California. And we're right. We don't fight for shit. Not anymore. We don't.
Hey, look,
We don't, but she broke that down, didn't she?
Man, I love her for that. And people think I don't like black women. I said I'm with a woman that loved me at the time. Black women didn't fuck with me. They were trying to tear me down in family and child support.
Stay on immigration.
No, look, check out what I'm saying. The reason why I bring that up is because they don't understand how you gonna do that. Tear down the black man. I always said it was a attack on straight black men that love their kids. It's always been an attack on that. And I said, if you want to go to a damn anything, take your kids to family court and see how these people really act. They break up black families.
I'll be right back. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ooh.
Now, okay, what they do is, y'all, they sit up in family and child support courts, and people be calling me a deadbeat dad, like I'm trying to get out of paying for my kid. I'm like, no, that's not the fact. The point is, you're trying to separate me from the kid. And when the black women co-sign being on that goddamn welfare system, that separated the original father from the kid. Any other dude can come in there, but not the father. So that made a separation amongst black family. And they tried to erase the black father from his family, and that's the way they did it. And black women did that shit.
Okay, I'm back. Thank you for holding it down. Okay.
Yeah, but I was kind of explaining the welfare system, because I said when they did that, they extracted, big word in front of white people, extracted the black man, the father, from his kid and his family. But when I hear them say they're breaking up families with the illegal immigrants, first of all, the key word is illegal immigrants. We're not breaking up nothing. Take your ass back home, and you can take your kids with you.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you know that welfare system, it tore up the black family.
It did. And that's why they created it.
And then for the black woman to sit up there and let that happen, that's my problem with it. Because they said the father cannot be in there, but any other man can be in there. That's what Section 8 is right now. If the father of that kid is not in that house, they'll give you money. So that's sort of
I mean,
like,
they pay your rent. That's what Section 8 is.
yeah,
Okay,
they
we
pay
gonna
all
get
that.
into this. Going to the next video.
Okay, bet.
Now this is path to evolution.
A Black American who can speak Spanish, you're not getting that job. So, like, they're not getting no help from unemployment because you know how unemployment does with the past employers. They can easily just say misconduct and you don't get that unemployment unless you want to fight for it. And during that even takes time. So there's a lot of people that are losing their homes. They have to live out on the street. They got to stay in their car just because times are so hard right now. Because if you don't have any dependents, if you don't got no kids, if you don't got no partner or someone to help share the burden with, like family, then you're out of luck, respectfully. Where's Batman when you need him?
Let me go past this.
And then you know what's crazy is generations of these black, I won't even call them women, I say black females, learning that from the welfare system, and it's generationally passed down that you don't need the daddy in the house with the kid and you. You see how they talk?
Well, that's true, but we need to stay on immigration. That's true what you said.
But that's where immigration comes in. So when they put the welfare system in place, they put immigration in place so they can get cheaper labor. So it's a form of cheap labor, which is slavery.
It is.
You get what I'm trying to?
And that's how it affects us when we want a living wage, and that's how we are displaced because they'll work for $5.
Yeah, and we like, man, I ain't working for no damn $5. Better give me that 15 to 25 and up.
Exactly, and that's how it affects us. Okay, I'm gonna get into.
And that's an indirect attack on black people.
Exactly, and that's what the topic of the show is. Yep.
You goddamn right.
All right.
That's why I like you. That's why I like you.
That's going on, but we have to understand that right now you got Vice President Kamala Harris. She's running for President of the United States. Now,
let me go past this.
That she's already say, hey, let's put it to a vote. Let the people vote on it.
You know what? I don't like this video, so I'm gonna take this video off. It's not getting to what I needed.
But you know, that's why I like you, because you get it. Because motherfuckers call me a deadbeat for fighting for my kid in court. I'm like, y'all missing the point. You know what I mean? I'm like, we didn't have to be in court. They just wanted to do it. And that's a separation of family. And then when I hear them talking about you separating families with illegal immigrants, these motherfuckers been here for 30 years having anchor babies, knowing that they would get deported. How are you separating?
Right, and you had 30 years to get your papers right. You had 30 years to get. You had time to go and pay all that money. You made money here. Why didn't you get legal?
And sent it back to your other country. That's treasonous within itself. That's a civil war. And then it's illegal because you're illegal. And then they talk about you're breaking up families. I'm like, take your ass down to a family court and see how they do straight black men that love their kids. That's my point. A straight black man that love their kids. Look how they do up. You know what I mean?
We got the next video. This is Chicago. I love this lady.
I'm an 80-year-old woman, and I've never seen anything like this. I grew up in the Jim Crow South.
Oh, shit.
I grew up in the Jim Crow South. And the policies that you're passing in this city remind me of the Jim Crow South. I had to drink out out of a colored water fountain, or the whites would drink out of a white water fountain. But you know what I didn't have to worry about? Going back to my community, and it would be destroyed. And everybody else is in my community but Black people.
Come on.
This is what you've done.
Hey, you know, I wonder where they
wait.
came from. Oh, my bad.
You are destroying the city. And the Black community is flooded with all of these immigrants. Violent ones, prostitution, gangs. You did that. You are doing this to your people. You are an absolute disgrace to me. Like I said, I drank out of that common water fountain, but I could go back to that Black community that was intact. Women are crying. Taxes are going up. What am I going to do with my children? Where are we going to go and live? This is because of you, Brandon Jackson. You're destroying the south side of Chicago with your policy. All under the Democratic Party. You are a disgrace. All I can say to you.
Hey, you know what I was about to ask? Because I think I might do a show on it. What were they putting in the water they were giving us if that was a certain fountain you can drink out of? Because you remember when they gave us syphilis, didn't treat, you know, they were doing all kind of experiments on us.
I know that's not the topic. I have to keep you back on topic.
No, bro, you played that. She said she was drinking out the fountain, and I'm like,
the colored water fountain, but she was comparing because in Chicago they released all the illegals in the Black community. So she was saying she was talking about her experience, right?
But they tried to make them. They tried to replace us, basically, for cheap labor. That's basically what it is. It's a legal but illegal form of slavery, if that makes sense. What they doing with the illegals is a legal form of slavery.
It is.
But it's legal, but it ain't. That's how they moving right now. But it's getting cut short.
Well, he done pulled all the money. Now this is a sister talking about the Haitians.
Oh man, let's go. Let's go.
Yes, because it's all foster houses. And they get 22,000. Well, today I found out 2,500. But I heard they get $2,000 for each of that. I don't know how many kids they have, but it do affect us. They get new brand new cars. What you driving? So they taking their jobs, they taking the houses, and they get money. So yeah, do that.
You know, I've been covering the migrant crisis a lot on this channel.
And she homeless.
See, that's what I was getting to. I'm like, all these people been here over 30 years dropping anchor babies.
This is O'Shea Jackson.
People who are suffering in all of that are other people who live in Springfield. This is just what happens when you take in migrants, no matter where you are. In Uganda, there's been migrants coming here for years. There's more migrants. I believe Uganda accepts more migrants.
No, it's not, Mr. Mad Brown Cow.
You have South Sudanese here. You have Rwandese here.
He's lying about that.
It does put a stress on the country and on infrastructure. And on
How the hell migrants going to a space where they fleeing?
AKA
That's a lie within itself.
We've been pretty silent on these issues as compared to the past. Now, every now and again, just some.
We are not talking about reparations, Mr. Mad Brown Cow. This is how immigration affects Black folks, period. We're not talking about reparations. Sounds like a bunch of Uncle Tom fighting other minorities.
You know what they?
I don't know where you came from or what you're talking about, Mr. Read the chat. Listen, is this
I
drunk?
don't know. I don't know. I hadn't seen the chat. What they saying? What
I just
whoever
said he said. So what are you saying is reparations are bullshit? We ain't even talking about reparations. That's
We're
not
talking about no
topic.
damn reparations. We're
And
talking
then
about
he
the
said,
effect of illegal immigrants
right, you
on
need
Black
to hit
Americans.
you need to hit the comments. And then he said, sounds like a bunch of Uncle Toms fighting other minorities for the masses. That's how I feel about what you're saying.
Fuck you. First of all, fuck you and take your ass back to wherever you from. Because
then he said, is this drunk hour? I'm not drinking. So I don't know what he's talking about.
No. Fuck him. He sounds like a motherfucker that's not in the country where he's from. And he sounds like a leech in a tether. Because tethers talk like that. Only tethers talk like that. No Black person in their sane mind would talk like that. They either tethers or they goddammit flat backing for white people. That's it. Like, go goddamn jack off backwards, you motherfucker. And stay out of foundational Black American business. And you'll be all right. If you don't like what you're looking at or listening to, just click off. And go on, move around. You know, I'm like, damn. If you ain't got nothing that you can contribute to it with an actual argument or your thought, instead of being stupid, do not sit in the chat and be a hoe ass nigga. No matter what color you are, fuck you.
That's how I feel.
I'm like,
I'm trying to get back to where I was because I lost my information. I think I'm about to end this live because I just really wanted to show those videos and come back. But I think I'm gonna do.
Well, just end this. If you feel like ending this and then just do another one so you can do another topic. I think that would be cool. Stop it at close to an hour and then come back and do another one.
Yeah, because this would
because your StreamYard is working good tonight. So you
it's
might
about time because it messed up my 3 videos early. I had to keep stopping and coming back and all that.
It's working good on my end, so it's working good.
Yeah, it's working good on mine as well.
So I think you should
yeah, I am. I'm gonna end this because it's an hour in and I'm about to come right back. This will be on some banks. This is gonna be real quick. This one gonna be real quick.
Okay, well, you got to hit them with the StreamYards and everything while the internet and everything working good. I know
you
what you
ain't
mean.
lying.
That's what I be doing.
Lying, but do you have any closing thoughts on how immigration affects us? You got any more
I do. My closing thoughts real quick. Immigration affects us because they're trying to replace foundational Black Americans. White people are actually illegal immigrants. And then when they start talking about the topic of white people being illegal immigrants because they came to the United States of America and they saw Black people here already, that's why a lot of this is going on, because the Europeans are illegal. White people in the U.S. are illegal immigrants.
Fact.
And you know what I mean? Am I lying about that?
That's a fact.
Well, thank you for having me on your show, okay?
That's a fact. They came in and they conquered. That's what they did, and they went around the world and conquered.
Thank you. And then on top of that, for these Africans and Jamaicans and whatever, y'all help sell y'all own people. So I don't want to hear nothing. But thank you for having me on your show.
All right, I'll be right back. When I get back to where I started from. All right, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. All right, y'all have a good night.
Salute to you.
Thank you.
Salute to you as always.
And thank you for coming up.